guys, and welcome back to the Virtual Reality Show, where we talk about any and all things related to virtual reality inside virtual reality. I'm your host, PHIA. I had the opportunity to visit my very first music festival inside VR chat, Slyfest. A good friend of mine, Sly Thief, who's also the person building the virtual reality show studio, created this festival as a way for us to gather together and enjoy music in a time where that's not possible. I love musical gatherings, as I'm sure most of us do. There's something so charming about being free from all of life's worries and stressors, just to let yourself go to the music you love so dearly. There's not quite anything like it. The people you meet can end up being lifelong friends, and the music you discover can shape you as a person. It's beautiful, it's meaningful, and it reminds us of what it means to be human. We might not be able to have that right now because of life's given circumstances, but there's still a way to be together. VR. In VR chat, we're able to gather and experience music with people from all over the world. Anyone and everyone was able to come experience Slyfest and experience electronic music with each other.
I chose it as a venue is because this place is like a huge platform with VR, and its user base is well over like on the weekends could be like 20,000 or so people online at one time. And that just gives you so much so many people to kind of work off of, as opposed to having something like a standalone platform, a standalone client where you'd have to convince people to download it and stuff like that, where there's like, no players and things like that. But like, VR chat already has a big player base.
VR chat is the perfect venue for a virtual music festival. It has everything set up for success. The player base, the tools, the accessibility, it all worked in Slyfest's favor. It worked as an outlet for people to feel like they were at a real festival, for both attendees to satisfy that experience, but also for the DJs who normally would be playing real-life gigs, but can't because of COVID.
Well, I mean, if this year has shown anything to prove, I feel like we need virtual music festivals and for them to be a thing. And I feel like it has a big benefit in the sense that it has no borders, whereas, if you have a show in the US or in Europe, a lot of your fans from certain areas of the world can't come and watch you play. If you have it in virtual reality, they can come from all over. The only limiting factor then is, time zones, but you can get around that by choosing certain times to have these kind of festivals and stuff. But I feel like that's a big plus. It's just, no need for travel. It's very quick and instant. You don't have to queue up. You're obviously trading that off for some experiences, but it's a really cool version, a really cool compromise to make for something that's unique.
With the immersiveness of virtual reality, I feel like no other games or any like kind of platform can compete when it comes to like VR and having to feel like it feels like you're there. One of the best kinds of compliments that I feel like I could get, and also that we did get for Slyfest, is like it's actually feeling like you're there at that location at a real festival. And like everything about it, even though it's virtual, like those feelings that you have where you're in, virtual reality and getting to experience this whole show with, all of these acts performing, and you're passionate about like electronic music or whatever kind of music they make, those feelings that you develop and those memories are real, regardless of the fact that everything is, virtual. And I think that's something that I really love about VR, is just like you being able to feel like and kind of tricking your brain into thinking like you're actually at this place, but you're talking with real people with real feelings, and being able to share those moments is like something really special.
What we have in VR that we don't have in other online social experiences is a sense of presence. Your brain perceives the people around you as real, and you can actually dance with your friends or meet your favorite DJs. It's magical when people from all over the world are brought together to bond over their love for music without any barrier. Anyone with a computer can join VR chat through at least desktop mode, but the people inside VR have this intensely immersive musical experience that we crave during this time.
People are looking for new alternatives to, like see what can we do to really like, go back to that feeling of being at a festival or an event. And it has become a major outlet for all of these artists as well as creators to really get creative with, the solutions to basically COVID and, being able to play shows, being able to go out, DJ, get that fan interaction. I feel like COVID was definitely a big part in like a lot of artists being like, oh, okay, a virtual show? That sounds really cool because I'm not really doing much.
I definitely think it's played a big part in just, online kind of things in general, whether that's VR or festivals, or any just kind of game, in general. Like the
Yeah,
numbers and stuff are going up like crazy because people can't go outside and can't get those experiences
exactly.
that they
Yeah,
crave right now. Which is why I think VR in particular is such a really cool thing, is because
absolutely.
it's satisfying that need for social interaction that
hmm
we may not be able to get elsewhere, and that is like a really important thing at this time.
And I also think like one thing to note too is like, some people aren't even allowed to, kind of go out to these events, whatever that kind of restriction may be, whatever is restricting them from going outside. Like, VR is like a totally alternative platform that allows us to get immersed in like going out and meeting people and, visiting new places.
I loved Slyfest. I love going to shows in real life, and I've really been missing them. But a lot of my favorite artists are now joining the VR world. I've got to meet and make friends with producers I've loved for years, all because virtual reality music events. I've made new friends by bonding and dancing to our favorite music together, and created new memories with VR friends I already had. Slyfest was full of incredible details when it came to lighting, sound, and visual effects. The team worked super hard to not only replicate a music festival, but break the boundaries of where the limits lie in real ones, expanding upon its basic structure through limitless imagination.
Yeah, the response was insane. Like the friendliness of everyone who came, just how receptive they were to all the people that were playing, and how tight knit this community is and how driven it is. Like the amount of people that worked on Slyfest was absolutely insane. And just how much time and effort they put into it. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully do it bigger and better next year, and all the little shows as well. In between there should be a good indication of where like VR shows are going in the near future.
That's awesome. Is there any final thoughts or things that you would like to add?
Yeah, if you haven't been to a VR show yet and you've been, thinking about it or watched on Twitch or something on 2D screen, just get yourself in in any way that you can. The only way to experience it is actually to be in there, and once you're in there you'll realize like why everyone's been raving about it, pun intended. It's a good blast, especially if you're a DJ. It's definitely in these times when you can't really play shows live, it's a really fun substitute to get like that kind of feeling back of playing to a crowd.
I think everyone who loves music events should try one in VR. It's an incredible experience, and everyone I've talked to who's been to one, including myself, has been blown away by it. Slyfest is coming back in 2021 along with some mini events scattered throughout the year. So if you want to stay up to date on the next festival, then follow the official Twitter page. I hope this episode brought you hope and inspiration. If you enjoyed it, then please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the Virtual Reality Show channel. Make sure to also pop over to my Twitch, where I will be going live right after this video uploads, to come hang out with me. And if you want to support me and my channel so that I can continue making content, then please check out my Patreon page. Which, speaking of, Sly is actually working on a virtual reality show studio that will debut in 2021, and if you join the Virtual VIP Patreon tier from now until the completion of the world, you will get your name in it permanently. Anyways, I've been your host, PHIA, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Special thanks to this month's Patreon members and virtual VIPs, Dutech, Flukule, Score Maller, and Top Waffle. We got cheese. Let me see who it is from. That is from Carl. Sent me a kid's meal. Oh my god!
Nuggies, nuggies,
Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, talk.
Hello.
That was funny.
Wait.